Hi, welcome to Vietnam.
Thank you.
Thank you for accepting to be interviewed by the UN Communications. First of all, please tell us why you are here.
I head up the GHD design team for the building, so I got involved in this project right at the very start when they first chose consultants. So I was here working in Hanoi, and then I came at the end to help out the team, and then I've been leading the team right through now. So, and I am while it's being built. So we're here this week to check out the things that are going well and the things that are not going so well with the project.
Thank you. My second question is, how will you make the house a comfortable place to work?
The whole concept of the UN Green One House is to take the people from different parts of the United Nations who are spread around Hanoi and put them together so that in a building that's a very green building, that's a demonstration for Vietnam as to how a building can save all sorts of things. So in the building we try and take the old materials and reuse them in the new house. We save the old building, the structure of the old building, and build that in with new parts on it and make it a really nice place for people to work in, so that if you come and work in the building you will also relate to other parts of UN organizations and go to the cafeteria and mix with those people and talk about all the different things that the UN does. And rather than having to get in a taxi or on a scooter and go somewhere else, you'll all be able to talk to each other here and do a much better job.
Okay. Okay. What else?
Well, the building is a demonstration building for green buildings in Vietnam. So we work closely with the Vietnam Green Building Council, VGBC, and their Lotus system to get a rating for the building. So other parts of the world have different rating systems, and we have worked with people in Australia and in Britain, with LEED in the Middle East, where I was, with another system there. And so we try and make a case to say this is a very good building in terms of the internal environment for the people, so that the air that you breathe is better than it might be in other places. The building on its roof is going to have photovoltaic cells, so it's going to generate electricity, and that electricity will be used in the building, and when the building isn't occupied and it needs less electricity, the electricity will go back to the electricity company and be used somewhere else in Hanoi. And we hope that the people who are in the building will follow sustainable green principles, so reuse paper, recycle things, not so many people having to travel so far. There should be a subway station here at some stage in the future, so people will use less energy to come to the building and use less energy when they're in it. So we have on the ground floor a big atrium space where there is a cafeteria, so people will be able to have their meals here. And out in this area here, behind there will be garages. We have gardens that slope down towards the building, like paddy fields that you see out in the country. You'll be able to sit in the paddy fields and eat your lunch and have your food, and maybe even have meetings and all that sort of thing.
So in your opinion, what is the most impressive features of the inside?
I think it will be very different for you, people like you who work in it. Parts of it we will not have a suspended ceiling, so you will see the concrete structure. So it will be maybe a little bit different, but in the atrium space, which is on that end of the building, it is 3 or 4 stories high. It is a very big, nice space with natural light coming in the roof and in the end, and I think that will be just a lovely space, indoor, outdoor space to be inside. So I think it will encourage people to meet each other and talk and enjoy coming to work.
So how about the outside? What would be the most impressive?
I think when you stand and look at the building from here, you won't see the building because there will be security, because it's a UN building, and so there's a need to build in some security features. But the roof of it has a big platform on it with all these photovoltaic cells generating the electricity, and that will make it look quite different to many other buildings. So I think that will be the big thing that will make it look very different.
You talk about the inside and you talk about the outside. Have you encountered any problems during the design of the house?
There were we started off the design work by talking to all the people, all the different UN groups who will come together, and there was a lot of work about how they might work, and we've tried to create a lot of very open plan spaces so people aren't shut away in offices, so they see each other and can go and talk to each other. And so working with the people was very good, and developing with them the way they can work in a different environment and putting that together. So there were lots of challenges in doing that, but for us then and now particularly, reusing an existing building is a real challenge, because we had very few drawings of this building and it was occupied when we did the design drawings and we couldn't see things. Now some demolition has happened and we can go and see, and there are some things that are different to the drawings that we had. So now our challenge, particularly right now, is to change the design so that it takes account of what is actually here, and we have our engineers working away to change some of the structure to make it, well, now we know what is really there, to change the new design to fit in with that. So reusing an existing building is a very big challenge for any case, particularly when you want a green building.
How will the new house encourage our staff to have a greener behavior?
I think the whole UN Green One program is about saying to staff, you won't be scattered all over Hanoi, you'll be together, and that when you come into this building, we should have instructions about how the building works, how the air conditioning works, how the photovoltaics work, and different rubbish bins. So I put my paper in one rubbish bin, I put my rubbish that must go to a tip in another bin. All those things so that the people who work in the building will operate in a different way and think about how they might share so that we use less natural resources, less electricity, less petrol to get to and from the building. All those things. If the people who work here embrace the whole green principle, the whole UN operation in Hanoi will be use less energy and be much better for planet Earth.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.